Grace and peace and good morning to each and every one of you. This is Pastor Daryl Fair, and welcome once again to 30 Days of Faith, where we are traveling through the book of Proverbs and we are increasing our faith as we go. Well, this morning is day number 26. And so again, if you've got your journal, you know we're going to Proverbs 26 and verse number 4. Proverbs 26 and verse number 4. New Living Translation says it this way: don't answer the foolish arguments of fools, or you will become as foolish as they are. I want to read that again. Don't answer the foolish arguments of fools, or you will become as foolish as they are. Well, what is our faith confession for today? What is our faith affirmation for today? It is simply this: today, I have the faith to not engage with a foolish person. I know it sounds comical, but say it with me. Today, I have the faith to not engage with a foolish person. If you're like me, there are times when you receive phone calls from people you do not know or you don't recognize their numbers. Well, if you're like me, I don't answer those calls. I don't answer those calls because I don't know who they are. I don't know what they want. But there are some of us who will answer just about every single call that comes to your phone. You don't know if it's family sometimes or friends, or if it's a joke, if it's a crank call. You'll answer it all. And if you're not careful, you will waste your time on a phone call. And time is that interesting commodity that you and I will never ever get back. You don't have to answer every call. I want to say that again. Some of you need to put that in your notes. You don't have to answer every call. I want to share a short story with you, and maybe it'll help to make sense of some things. Years ago, when I was still, before I was pastoring, even years before I was pastoring, I was put in a trusted position with my pastor to be able to help, other people. And one night I get this phone call, and there's a couple that's in distress, and my wife and I, we go over to the house, and we see about that couple, and we got things at least evened out enough to be able to leave. But it was in the middle of the night. Well, because of the phone call and the nature of what happened, and who it was, I felt led to tell my pastor, hey, we got this phone call in the middle of the night, and we went over there and so forth and so on. And, he asked how it happened or how was it resolved. And I told him. He gave me a bit of advice that I have remembered up until this day. And he said, Daryl, I'm going to tell you something. He said, if it is an emergency at 1 o'clock in the morning, it'll still be an emergency at 6 o'clock in the morning. And he was simply telling me that you don't have to jump at every call. You don't have to respond to everything. And some of us feel like we have to save everybody. We have to change the mindset of everybody. We have to make sure that everyone is either thinking like us or thinking as sanely as we think they ought to think. About any number of things. There's so many of us in the body of Christ, and those of you that are listening, there's so many of us who try our best to save other people. But I want to tell you, you can't save everybody. And some people are just foolish. And if you try to save foolish people over and over again, if you try to engage with foolish people over and over again, it won't be long before you're getting up, wasting your time, wasting your energy on foolish things. So keep this in mind. I cannot save everyone, and I can't get my time back. And so here's the challenge. I want you to challenge yourself with this particular principle and with this statement. I have no time to become a fool. Put that in your journal. I have no time to become a fool. And that's what happens when I try to answer every foolish question, every foolish scenario. You feel like I just have to help them. I just have to respond. No, you don't. You don't have time to become a fool. You cannot save everybody. And so spend your time wisely in the next few days as we continue to travel through the book of Proverbs, increasing our faith and our common sense as we go. God bless you. I hope to see you in the morning.